You're listening to Head Vomit. The following episode contains crude, rude, and often offensive content that may feel dirty in your ears. If you're concerned about your ears, please choose carefully when and even if to listen. This podcast is ad-libbed. If you are seeking a libbed podcast, look elsewhere. The views expressed are not necessarily those of the creators.
Oh, give us a cut of Stella's, love. Give us a cut of Stella. Every time we talk, we create at least 3 or 4 Hollywood blockbusters. And every time I turn around, I see these fucking cunts fucking stealing my fucking ideas. And I see them on the big screen and people are making money. Meanwhile, I'm worried about the price of a pint at Wetherspoons. It's not right, mate. It's
people
not right.
are making money off our ideas, aren't
Yeah. How are they fucking doing it?
I was at home the other night, right, watching a family film together, right? Sky One, what comes on? Beethoven 2. My fucking idea, that.
Right.
I had that idea. I told you that idea. I wrote that idea down on a napkin.
You had the idea for a sequel, so it wasn't really your idea then, because Beethoven already existed.
Yeah, but I had the idea for the second one.
Right.
And they made it.
Well, I mean, they were always going to make the second one, mate, weren't they? Did they call it Beethoven's Second Concerto?
They called it Beethoven 2.
They didn't call it Beethoven's Second Concerto.
No.
What the fuck they play? Why? This is what I don't understand about Hollywood, right? They got the obvious, brilliant fucking things to do. If you're making a sequel, if you're going to call a dog after a composer, and you don't call it Beethoven's Second Concerto, or Beethoven's Second Symphony, or Beethoven's Second fucking anything, right? You're fucking up. Like, you shouldn't have the job. Who calls these films what they're called?
Do you know another film, right? Another film they stole off me.
Go on then.
The Force Awakens, right? I came up with that very idea. I called it The Force Wakes Up.
The 7th Star Wars film.
The 7th Star Wars film.
You came up with the 7th.
I came up with 7. I didn't come up with the first one.
First 6.
I didn't come up with the first 6. No, I came up with the 7th one.
Right.
I wrote down on a napkin, I remember, the exact plot line of Star Wars Episode 7.
But don't you think that's a bit of a fucking coincidence? Like, okay, I understand what you're saying. Like, a lot of these Hollywood bastards do hang around London. They do come in the old gaff. It's because they know the root of all storytelling is Cockney wisdom.
They know that all true stories come from geezers down pub, like
geezers down the pub, exactly. That's where all
They struggling for ideas in Hollywood, so they have to come here.
They come here for the real fucking storytelling.
They're called listeners, and they get them to lurk by the bar, and they're probably writing on napkins as well. But our ideas that we're also writing on napkins.
Oh no, and this is what I mean. Like, you know, maybe geezers down the pub need to be a bit more aware that they're giving away the free ideas, because, you know, a lot of geezers down the pub will be saying this and that, and they'll just be conversing about their everyday lives, but they don't realise that they're losing millions of dollars to these Hollywood cunts that come down here and say, oh, you never guess what Jerry said down the pub. He said about a man who was in a Martian time slip, and he went over to Mars and he said, hey, how you doing, geezer? And he fucking fought a load of aliens, and then they come down and nick that, fucking chief that idea, and the next thing you know, you got a fucking cunt on Mars on your big screen going, all having it large and fighting Martians, and you're thinking, hang on a minute, fucking Mickey was telling me down the pub that other day, now I'm seeing it on the face winning Oscars. So who's benefiting from that? Mickey ain't. He's still watching Chelsea on the box. And meanwhile, these fucking cunts are getting fucking Oscars off Mickey's ideas. I think it's wrong.
Do you want to know another film that was taken from me?
Go on then.
And again, it's not a sequel, it's more like a prequel. And it was Look at Who's Talking Now.
With John Travolta?
Yeah, but the third one where the dog and the cat start speaking. I remember seeing the second one at the cinema with my missus, and we thought, oh, it's great. Imagine if they did a third one, right? And then they had the dog and cat start speaking. And I thought, oh, do you know who'd be good for that? Diane Keaton.
What, they fucking did it?
They fucking got Diane Keaton on phone.
Exactly how you said it.
Exactly how I said it.
Mate, I think there's got to be some kind of wiretap operation going on.
I think in our pub especially, because you wouldn't believe the ideas that come out there. Jerry, last week, told me he had the idea for Apocalypse Now.
Right.
And then you got little Sam, who told me he had the idea for Full Monty.
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? It gets me so riled up. And I think guys need to be careful about who they're talking to. You know, for all I know, you could be like, no, I'm not saying you, like you are, but you know what I mean? All I know, you could be some fucking agent, like just fucking come down to fucking Geezer's pub, be like, alright, I'm gonna go fucking collect, I'm gonna trawl the pubs of London for all these good ideas, and I'm gonna spit them out and I'm gonna regurgitate them and make $1 million off them. And that's what I'm gonna fucking do.
I want to know who these fucking agents are. So maybe the bar staff are listening, because we do talk in close proximity to the beer taps.
I mean, to be fair though, mate, like, you know, what's more damaging to a cockney, like, having his ideas stolen or risk not being fucking heard in a pub? Like, you know, we've got to be heard.
Thing is, I have these ideas, right? They pop into my head when I'm in the shower or something. Or sometimes I have deep sleep, right? Just like McCartney, I'll have an idea pop into my head just as I wake up, you know? I write it down on whatever's closest to me, whether it be a slip of paper, a receipt, or my arm. Another fucking sequel, the latest Jurassic Park, right? Why don't you set a fucking Jurassic Park movie on a fucking volcano, right?
Yeah.
But fuck CGI, right? Take the actors to a fucking real volcano,
Yeah.
Mount Fuji or some shit.
Like Dante's Peak, right, and Dante's Inferno. They don't do it really anymore, do it? I mean, it used to be in the fucking 80s and 90s when geezers was making films, right? If you wanted anything, you had to get real stuntmen and you had to get real fucking geezers doing it, right? And fucking Pierce Brosnan, in that film, he had fucking dedication, because you know what? He had to fucking jump over real lava. He had to walk on real lava. He fucking interacted with real lava.
Do you know what I fucking love about Dante's Peak, right? No one came up with that idea. That is a true Hollywood idea.
Yeah.
That's a genuine, original Hollywood epic. It came from an original writer in America who had a good idea, who said, let's put Pierce Brosnan on a volcano that's erupting and let's fucking do it.
And they fucking did it as well. They didn't fuck around. Not this poncy, noncy fucking CGI, like, you have fucking Pierce Brosnan, and we're going to put him on a fucking mountainside and we're going to get fucking lava. And he's going to jump over it because it's in his fucking contract. Oh no, we're not going to fuck around with computers and say, oh, what if we added an extra flame here? What if we added an extra bit of lava here? Oh, let's add a T-Rex. No, fuck that. We had Pierce Brosnan, we had drama, we had a fucking volcano with fucking lava, and it was a real fucking thing, and he fucking did it. And that's why it looks good. And I'll tell you another fucking thing. If I had a fucking quid for every Hollywood idea that exists now that came out the Hackney pubs and the Soho pubs, I'd be able to afford more than a fucking Happy Meal.
Don't even get me started about Toy Story. You came in this very pub with a small cowboy figurine and you said, oh, imagine if this came alive when no one was fucking there.
They must have had fucking wires in here. They took the idea and they fucking got and went and made it, didn't they? There's some sort of wiring out the back of the pub or something.
I think there's just some guy who's sitting next to us.
Some fucking guy taking notes.
They don't know. Or he runs to the bathroom every 5 minutes and he wiretaps our ideas to Central HQ.
It's an issue of credit though, isn't it? Who are they trying to fool?
I can barely afford a box of Persil.
We can't afford 2 tits between us.
Let alone the next round. Talking of which, it's your round.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. I guess I'm going to go to the bar then, and if I'm not back in 5 minutes, someone's stolen me and used me in a fucking Hollywood film.
Last order.
If you can hear me, take the encryption button off and try it.
Okay, now my radio's flaking out. What response earlier?
Okay, you were coming through, Ron. I could hear you. You were kind of gargled, but you were there.